So, Roy, what tips do you have on overcoming emotional eating? Because I have to deal with that a lot of the times. It comes up a lot with a lot of my clients. What sort of tips do you have?
Many times someone is struggling with weight loss, weight management, struggling with achieving their fitness goals. It's related to their emotional eating. Now, what do we mean by emotional eating? Well, really, it's eating that isn't for the natural, healthy reason of being physically hungry, needing some food and eating. It's when you're eating to satisfy an emotional need. Now, that's obviously an inappropriate use of food or drink, to eat something or drink something simply because you have an emotion. I've had clients before who say, I get home in the evening, I don't have a family, I don't have a partner, I'm single, and I just kind of eat junk food and it makes me feel better about myself. I think the first thing is for people to understand that they are emotionally eating. Many people may be familiar with the idea of a food diary, so a kind of log every day of what's been eaten. And there's many diets and programs that suggest that someone keeps some kind of diary of what they've eaten. The problem with traditional food diaries is they don't really work, mainly because people forget what they've eaten. As I said, a lot of eating is autopilot kind of eating, so snacking that you don't even realise you're doing. And also a lot of people just kind of lie, really. They kind of, when they come to writing their food diary at the end of the day, they can kind of try and make it sound a bit better. Also, what's missing in a traditional food diary is the key bit, the emotions when you eat. Now, there's always some kind of emotion, even if it's just a lack of emotion when we eat something. So what I recommend people to do is to keep some kind of log, not a retrospective log, but actually a before the event note. So someone's about to go for lunch and they know what they're going to have, they've ordered it, say in a restaurant, they write in their diary what they ate at that point. And that's really important. Now, it could be, say at lunchtime, just because they're hungry. They've been working in the morning and they just want something to eat, and the emotional state is just real hunger, just physical hunger. But let's say later on in the evening, they find they're at home, they're feeling a bit down, a bit sad, a bit lonely, and they eat some ice cream. Now, at that point, just before eating the ice cream, they write down ice cream in the diary, but they also write their emotional state, a bit sad, a bit lonely. Now, what's really useful about that is as the week and the weeks go by, that really identifies problem foods, problem emotions. If, say, sadness and loneliness keep appearing as emotional states in the evenings, then that would indicate that there's an emotional need to overcome sadness and loneliness in the evenings. Now, there's obviously healthier, positive, appropriate ways of dealing with that. Maybe going out with friends, making a phone call to a friend, taking up a hobby or an interest. But it's a great way of identifying those emotional triggers in that way. In terms of actually helping on a kind of day-to-day basis, there's an extra benefit as well that kind of gets thrown in too. And that's that when you stop and think about it, when you stop and think about what you're eating before you do it and your emotional state, sometimes that stops you actually eating it. Because you think, hang on a minute, I'm about to eat that ice cream again because I'm sad and lonely. Maybe I could just not do that. Maybe I could phone, my friend, and maybe that'll make me feel better. It just sometimes actually acts as an actual way of stopping that behaviour in itself. So reverse food diary cannot recommend enough.
Okay.